Welcome to my channel. Today I would like to talk to you about the use and the meaning of yin-yang. The yin-yang symbol represents a cosmic duality and complementary forces. It's an ancient Chinese philosophical concept that dates back to the 14th century BCE. It forms the foundation for Taoism, Feng Shui, and various other Eastern philosophies. The symbol embodies the dynamic balance of opposing energies of the universe. Okay, on the use and the meaning of yin-yang. The black and white parts represent opposing forces such as darkness and light, cold and heat, passive and active. The small dots within each side symbolize how each force contains the seed of its opposite, suggesting that nothing is absolute. In traditional Chinese medicine, yin-yang theory guides diagnosis and treatment by identifying imbalances in the body's opposing forces. The concept also influences martial arts like Tai Chi, where practitioners seek to harmonize opposing energies. Throughout history, the yin-yang principle has expanded beyond China to influence global thought on balance, harmony, and the interconnectedness of seemingly contrary forces. It has historical origins. In the 14th century before the Christ era, this concept of the yin-yang evolved over many centuries, becoming increasingly sophisticated as Chinese philosophy developed. The earliest yin-yang symbols appear in the oracle bones during the Shang dynasty. These primitive markings represent basic dualities like daylight and heaven and earth, though they lack the sophisticated philosophical framework that would develop later. In the Han dynasty, the concept fully developed and formalized between 207 BCE and 220 CE. During this period, scholars like Dong Hongshu integrated yin-yang theory with Confucian ethics and cosmology, elevating it to a comprehensive worldview. In the Tang and Song dynasties, Neo-Confucian scholars refined yin-yang philosophy further, with features like Su Dunyi, 1017 to 1073 CE, creating the diagram of supreme ultimate, to visually represent the emergency of yin-yang from primordial unity. Yin-yang philosophy spread beyond China's borders, influenced Korean, Japanese, and Vietnamese thought, and eventually becoming recognized worldwide as a symbol of Eastern wisdom and balanced opposites. It had modern influence because this philosophical concept has demonstrated remarkable resilience, remaining relevant across thousands of years of Chinese intellectual history, continuing to shape both Eastern and Western understanding of complementary dualities. It represents, first of all, a circle of wholeness. The outside circle represents the unity of all existence and the complete cosmic cycle. The unbroken circle symbolizes infinity, continuity, and the eternal nature of the universe. It has a flowing curve that symbolizes the constant transformation between states. This dynamic boundary illustrates how opposing forces flow into each other, showing that change is the only real constant in life. And it has contrasting sections. The black, yin, and the white, yang, represent opposing forces. Yin embodies darkness, receptivity, and coolness, while yang represents brightness, activity, and warmth. Together they form the balance. And going into just the yin characteristics, first of all, delving further into the feminine, it is receptive and intuitive energy that nurtures, contains, and preserves, associated with passive acceptance and the ability to yield without breaking. It also has the feature of being cold. It has the winter, the rest, and the conservation of energy. It symbolizes the inward movement, contraction, and the dormant phase necessary for renewal and regeneration. It also represents darkness, the night or shadow, and mystery, representing the hidden, unconscious aspects of existence, embodies the unseen potential and depth that exists beyond visible reality. And on the earth, it represents grounding, stability, and the depth that provides foundation and substance, represents material form, persistence, and the physical embodiment of this energy world. The Yang characteristics represent the masculine, attractive, assertive, and expressive energy driving outward movement and change. Yang embodies the principle of action, initiative, and logical thinking. It manifests as leadership qualities, physical strength, and the power to transform and create the external world. It represents the warmth, the heat, the growth, and the activity, fostering development and manifestation. Yang energy fuels the metabolic processes of life, providing the necessary warmth in germination and maturation. In the seasonal cycle, it predicts or peaks during summer, and nature expresses its fullest vitality and abundance through the blossoming and fruitation of the plants. It represents the light, the daylight, the illumination, and the clarity, bringing visibility and awareness. Yang represents the revealing power of consciousness that dispels ignorance and confusion. It symbolizes knowledge, reason, and the analytical mind that categorizes and understands through direct perception. And then finally we have it as heaven, the expansion, ascension, and transcendence reaching toward the infinite. The heavenly aspect of Yang energy lifts upward and outward, creating a space and possibility. Relates to spiritual aspiration, intellectual pursuits, and the capacity to envision and greater potential beyond the immediate circumstances. Yang energy represents the active principle of Chinese philosophy, complementing the Yin in the eternal dance of duality that demonstrates balance in the universe. These qualities manifest in nature, in our bodies, and in our daily experiences. Applications for Yin-Yang in our daily life. Traditional Chinese medicine has the balancing of bodily energies to prevent disease and promote health through acupuncture, herbs, and dietary therapy. Practitioners access yin-yang imbalances through pulse diagnosis and observation, and then restore harmony using personalized treatments. The Chinese medicine views health as a dynamic equilibrium where symptoms represent the disruptions and the body's natural balance. In Feng Shui, we have the arrangement of vibrance to harmonize the energy flow for optimal well-being, prosperity, and harmony. This ancient practice considers how spatial arrangements affects the qi, or energy flow, using the Bagua map to identify areas of life influence. Elements like the water, features of yin, and bright lightning yang are strategically placed to create balance, supportive spaces that nurture both activity and rest. And finally, modern relevance and conclusion. The universal framework. Yin-Yang provides a timeless model for understanding natural dualities in all aspects of existence. This ancient concept offers powerful insights into the complementary nature of opposing forces, light and dark, action and stillness, expansion and contraction. Its principles transcend cultural boundaries and continue to influence philosophy, science, and social dynamics worldwide. It has balanced leadership. Modern organizations apply yin-yang principles to combine decisive action with thoughtful reflection. Effective leaders embody both yin and yang qualities. Yang qualities are initiative, assertiveness, and vision, and yin attributes are receptivity, empathy, and collaboration. This balanced approach fosters innovation while maintaining stability, creating resilient teams capable of adapting to rapidly changing environments. Finally, in personal harmony, finding equilibrium between work and rest, community and solitude, strength and flexibility improves our well-being. When we conclusively incorporate yin-yang principles into our daily routines, we reduce the stress and enhance creativity. This holistic progressive helps us navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and promotes sustainable health practices that honor both activity and recovery. The picture I have here is a product that I make on my laser. It's available at my website, geocosmicsites.com. You can copy and paste the link I have there. It is 1 3/4 inches in diameter and can be used as a pendant or a keychain fob. Thank you for watching this video. and please click the subscribe and like buttons. I need at least 400 subscribers to get this channel recognized by YouTube, and I need 1,000 subscribers to be able to have a join button. And on the link below, you can please donate at this link. Just copy and paste it into your browser, and you'll be taken to the proper websites. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned a lot about the Yin Yang principle